Hey everybody, David here, and today I want to talk about the Arrowverse. That's right, if you haven't heard right now, last night I read that Batwoman and Legends of Tomorrow are officially canceled. That's right, they won't be returning for new season. Some people were already speculating for some time, and I'll admit I'm a little bummed out by this. I enjoy Legends of Tomorrow. I don't think it's as good as it used to be, but I still get a little kick out of it. I think it's still a fun little series, even though it's not as good nowadays. But yeah, I wasn't hoping for it to like end abruptly. I think the season finale of this previous season ended with a cliffhanger, a little bit of a cliffhanger. I don't even remember how it ended. That's how maybe vague my memory is, and maybe why it's coming to an end. But yeah, I mean, I still enjoyed it. I still remember bits and pieces of the season that ended not too long ago. So to hear that it's being canceled without getting a proper ending was a little bit of a shock to me. I mean, 7 seasons is nothing to sneeze at, and hearing this news makes me realize that the Arrowverse seems to be coming to an end. As we already know, The Flash was already announced to be returning for one last season. Season 9 of The Flash is going to be its end, and with only 15 episodes. And I think that's respectable. I think Flash deserves it, and because it was one of its highest rated CW shows for the longest time. I know probably the ratings have went down since then, but at least CW is giving it the respect that it deserves, and I think Legends also deserves that respect because it was one of the OG Arrowverse series, right? It was kind of like it was born out of Flash and Arrow. I always thought Arrow and Flash were like the father and the mother, and they birthed Legends of Tomorrow because that was like getting characters from both series and having characters from both series team up like a Justice League, but like the not as big as Arrow and Flash, but just like the fan favorite characters from both of those series teaming up together, which I thought was fun. And I thought the more it kept going, I thought they would have included more characters from Supergirl and then eventually Batwoman and stuff like that. Characters who maybe are not part of those other series anymore, but like can cross over and be members. They kind of did that with Kid Flash. Kid Flash showed up for one season as a semi-regular, and they just didn't do that, I thought, and utilize that idea a lot more. I know the show evolved into something else, like it became less of a superhero show, which I thought was interesting. I really liked that they were changing direction. I thought that's what made Legends of Tomorrow unique and stand out more. But whatever, it is what it is, and now it's abruptly ended, which I think kind of sucks. And now it leaves us, what is the fate of the Arrowverse in general, right? To me, Arrow was always the best of all the series, even though I thought The Flash had the best first season. I think the first season of The Flash, I'm actually rewatching it recently, and I the memories from that show and the nostalgia, that first season was awesome. I really loved it, and I still think it's a pretty strong first season compared to a lot of superhero shows out there. But as The Flash went on, it never found its way back to what season 1 was. I think they've tried to in some, like, I thought season 2 was really good. I thought season 3 was great. Season 4, probably the worst season of The Flash. And season 5 was a really good season too. I kind of wish season 5 was the finale of The Flash. Just like I kind of wish Arrow season 5 was the finale of Arrow. Although I really did like 7 and 8. Season 6, 7, and 8 as well. So that's why I say Arrow was the best overall, because I do feel they found their way back up. Even though I still think season 2 is the best, Arrow kind of had the best overall series to me so far. And Stephen Amell obviously carried that a lot. I think he carried the Arrowverse as a whole, because once Crisis happened, that was the end of Arrow, right? Arrow died at the end of Crisis on Infinite Earths, and then the show had 2 more episodes left, and they wrapped it up. And I feel like once Arrow ended, that's when I felt the steam run out of the Arrowverse. I felt like they did everything. Arrow was gone. It's not like the MCU where they killed Iron Man and the MCU is still going on strong. And that's the problem, I think. I feel like shows like Batwoman, if you're going to add a new series, you gotta pull your A game, because if we feel like all the shows are just running for the sake of running, like continuing going on, we're gonna feel the steam running out, and we're gonna get tired of them eventually. And I'm not the kind of person that gives up on shows, but I gave up on Batwoman because I was 2 seasons in. I could barely remember who the characters' names were. I think I only remembered Ruby Rose's character, Kate, and Luke Fox, because he was related to Lucius Fox. Other than those 2 characters, I'm like, I don't remember the father's name. I don't remember the best friend's name. I don't remember anybody. I can't even remember the new Batwoman's name. And I watched season 2, and I'm like, and I'm not even paying attention to storylines anymore. So Batwoman was the only series that I gave up on, because I'm like, why am I watching a series that I can't even remember half the cast's name, the characters? So Batwoman, I gave up on. I feel like Superman and Lois is going to be the last of the Arrowverse shows, and they're going to see how long it could go, because I think it's doing pretty well. I think people are really liking it. I haven't heard complaints about it yet. I'm really enjoying it. I think it's the current Arrowverse show that's actually really good. And they haven't really acknowledged too much of the Arrowverse, other than that one episode where Diggle showed up. John Diggle. I don't think there's been much Arrowverse connective tissue, if you will. And I hope they don't ignore the Arrowverse. I hope they acknowledge more of it soon. Like, I want to see that Flash and Superman crossover, you know? I want to see Kara Danvers, aka Supergirl, eventually team up with her cousin, you know? She's out there, we know it, but I can understand why some Supergirl fans are a little bit frustrated, because it does feel like Superman and Lois is kind of ignoring Supergirl, but it's like, no, come on. These two have a history together, and we know Melissa Benoist is really great. People love her as that character, and we eventually do want to see that crossover happen between the two. I'm sure Melissa Benoist would be happy to guest star on 1 or 2 episodes. So I don't know why. I hope Superman and Lois doesn't ignore their roots now that the rest of them are leaving. Like, see ya, Superman, we're leaving you on your own. You're the only one that's doing good right now. I hope I hope Superman and Lois kind of, okay, you guys are getting canceled? Don't worry. We're going to take care of you guys. We're going to acknowledge you and bring you guys in once in a while. We don't want you guys out of jobs. So, I don't want it to just be Arrowverse crossover appeal. You know, I want Superman and Lois to also stand on its own, but like, if you find a way to bring characters in, I say use those characters. Why not? I mean, that's the fun thing. And hopefully they keep the quality standard of Superman and Lois still up there. So, yeah, here's hoping for the future of the Arrowverse. And I think it will be easier on us now. So now, I was just telling my brother, it's kind of good for our wallets that because I've been watching the shows on iTunes, so I've been buying the season passes, because we don't have a CW app in Canada. So that's how I've been watching Superman. I know they put Flash on Netflix, but you have to wait like 2-3 days. I rather have it on my iTunes, always there, always to keep, because who knows, Netflix might take away Flash one day. So with that being said, I'm kind of sad to see the series go, but a lot of these series like Legends and well, not too much Batwoman, but Flash too. But at least Flash is getting its proper respect. My hope is that Flash will bring in some of these characters like Batwoman and Legends to maybe help give them a proper send-off as well. that Flash could be like the goodbye to the Arrowverse that we used to love. Because I think the golden years of the Arrowverse is behind us. I think the golden years of these shows were when Arrow, Flash, Legends, and Supergirl were the 4 shows. And I feel like they should have only kept it as those 4 shows, because I think when Black Lightning was brought in and Batwoman, even though I wanted to see Black Lightning join the Arrowverse, I do feel that's where oversaturation of the Arrowverse was starting. And I'm kind of happy it's kind of being brought to an end, but I wish that Legends would have had a proper ending rather than just ending like it was. I don't know how Batwoman season 3 ended. I know they had a 3rd season. I just didn't watch it. I don't even know if the show improved or not, and I don't care. But hopefully there are fans of that show. I know the show had its fans. I just wasn't one of them. So hopefully they can comment below and tell me, do you think, if there's any Batwoman fans, do you think Batwoman should have had one more season to wrap things up? Like 10 or 6 episodes? I think Legends could have wrapped things up in 6 or 7 episodes and leave it at that. Like, give it like a Marvel Disney Plus show amount of episodes and wrap it up. With that being said, everybody, I hope you guys like this video, and comment below and tell me your thoughts about the Arrowverse practically coming to an end. I mean, with just Superman and Lois, it's no longer a universe anymore. Now it's just going to be Superman and Lois and Flash next season. So, I mean, it's kind of sad. It's coming to, like, Flash and Legends are one of the OGs, obviously. So it's kind of sad knowing that they're no longer going to be around. And I have a feeling they always wanted Flash to hit 10 seasons like Smallville. But look, Smallville was in a different era of time when there was barely any superhero shows. Arrow was kind of coming out when the superhero bang was really hitting by that time, because it was when Avengers and The Dark Knight Rises came out in theaters. And when Avengers came out, obviously the cinematic universe thing was in full frontal for a lot of people, because then Man of Steel would come out, and you know, the Godzilla and Kong movies eventually would follow, and everybody wanted to create a cinematic universe, whether on TV or movies. So let me know in the comment section below. And with that being said, I hope you guys like this video. Please subscribe to my channel if you are a huge fan of these superhero properties like I am, or anything else like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter. So until next time, take care.